E-mini playbook, January the 24th, looking at the moves of the market today, starting with the daily chart, looking to see what the mood of the market is. Again, going into a very strong and dominant zone that had held since the middle of December, and we are finally breaking through this zone with a very strong move on the 19th and looking to get trend continuation going forward through the rest of the week. So the question becomes, in the intraday activity, will this upward trend continue? And if so, will there be opportunities to go long? Looking at that overall dominance, we are relying heavily on the intraday tools. Starting out today's session, we see that the advanced decline line is starting at a very high point, but we are also going into a very strong trickle downward for the entire first half of the session. This puts the brakes on the potential for the continued upward movement that we've been seeing for the last couple of days. This gives reserve, especially when it is combined with the price action. We're seeing very muted activity going to the upside. And if we are observing a very consistent and strong downward trend on the advanced decline line, again, meaning that there are more companies that are declining versus increasing in value, the results will ultimately trickle into the price. So we see very muted activity. We're not seeing this trend continue upward. We're seeing a sideways action all the way up until we get to 1 o'clock, and combining the price action with the advanced decline line, we see the advanced decline line breaks out of this sideways action that it was in for the morning session, and that gives the green light for a short position. And we see the short position going from 1 o'clock all the way until the close of the market. The strong, slow, steady, consistent activity is what the intraday traders thrive off of. How would we see that? We are determining which side is in control in the market session. And once the bears have established dominance in the morning session, we are able to take advantage of that in the afternoon. Again, we have sporadic movement in the morning session, but in the afternoon session, we have a very consistent move down. And this allows us to plan, to strategize, and to monitor once we are inside of the trade. Again, relying on the intraday tools, giving an indication of who is in control. A question that we entertain consistently is, where is the control? Even though we are in a upward trend on a daily basis, there is a balance of control that we look to read, and the tools that we use for that are primarily the advanced decline line. 2, the tick chart. We see on the tick chart starting at 1 o'clock, which is here, the majority of ticks on the New York Stock Exchange are under 0. That's giving us um, even more ammunition to rely on this movement to the downward side. Tools paint the picture and establish who is in control. So very strong bearish control today for the majority of the afternoon session. Definitely good opportunities for short trades. Hopefully everyone took advantage of these movements. We are looking into tomorrow's activity to see if this upward trend will continue. The activity of the day started high and ended low, giving us muted movement, basically closing at the same place that it started. If we go back to the morning session, we were in that range, we went up, and then we wound up closing back at the same area that we started in. So that gives us what many technicians would call a hammer, and we were able to see that intraday as it's happening live. So looking for tomorrow, looking to read the mood, looking to read the intraday movement to see who's in control and to take advantage. Hope everyone had a wonderful trading session and have a great evening.